Here we go now. A case of beer, some barbecue. There's no doubt that I'm better than you. With these looks and these moves, you can't blame me for being so rude. The land of the red, white, and blue will be my home till the day I die. I'm every lady's fantasy.
Check, testing, 1, 2.
The trailer park is where I'm from. You better believe I have about 27 guns. Baseball games, pickup trucks. I'm leagues above you other dumb schmucks. I'm from where the women are hot and the Twinkies
Check, testing, 1, 2.
And every day I pledge allegiance to God and country. I'm the American guy.
Happy Monday, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Grant Bachoco, and welcome to the Filsinger Games Fan Podcast. It is great to have you here this evening. We've got a lot to talk about. This is the Filsinger Games Fan Podcast, episode number 65, the podcast that truthfully needs a couple more hours of sleep. Welcome, everybody. Before we get going in, and we wanted to give a big shout out to our patrons who make these videos possible. A huge shout out to all the patrons, and a special shout out to our patron producers, Dorothy Bachoco, Eve Cunning, Kathy Crawford, Tony Urbano, David Akers, and Vicky Sebring. It's Vicky Sebring, only one. But if you would like to become a patron, you can head on over to patreon.com/Saturday Morning Media, and you can become a patron over there. Well, this weekend was the big holiday virtual kickoff 2021. Just pick any of those words and put them in any order. The 2021 Virtual Holiday Kickoff Convention, the 2021 Virtual Convention Holiday Kickoff, however you want to say it. A good time was had by all. Just yesterday, we are, just 24 hours removed from that wonderful event, and we've got the full coverage for you right here on the show. Excuse me. And let's get right to it. We've got a whole slew of news we've got to get to. Starting with Champions of the Galaxy, it was announced. We didn't know what the Champions of the Galaxy related set that was going to be released in the winter was going to be, but now we do. It is a 10-card set for FTR. That is sort of the feeder-fed type thing for the main GWF, or however you want to think of it. But that is what the universe we're playing in is, the FTR universe. It is a 10-card set. It's going to be create a character winners. It's going to be some updates and some new wrestlers. And new wrestlers, as you can see if you were watching here live on YouTube, you can see this is Witch. Witch was cast off her planet for being a witch, and now she's reclaiming the moniker of Witch by using it as her wrestling name. I'm going to be showing a lot of images that I screen capped from the event. So if you are listening to this on audio and you want to see these images, head on over to the GWF Promoter YouTube page and you can see the images. As of right now, the images are not up on FilsingerGames.com, but I'm pretty sure that is going to happen very soon. So either head to the YouTube channel or check out FilsingerGames.com. But anyway, Witch was announced, and she will be one of the people in the new FTR set, and I believe a tag team was mentioned as well. I am not familiar at all with FTR, so it's one of my blind spots in the game universe, and so I don't know anything about it. But there you go. There's Witch is announced. It was also mentioned that for Champions of the Galaxy Prime, that the quarter 4 prime for Champions of the Galaxy will not be FTR related. And the only hint that was given was can't have a war without America. So I'm assuming that's Kronos because that's really the only other thing. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe it's maybe they're talking about the war between the Gladiators and the Dominion, but I don't know. I'm thinking I think the smart money is on Kronos for there. So that is your Champions of the Galaxy news. Moving on to Filsinger Games Independent Wrestling Card and Dice Game. Of course, we were told that the set that was going to be released in the winter was going to be a Best of the Indies International Women 2021. I don't know if that's the official name, but that's a good approximation of what the name might be. And the first name announced was Masha Slamovich. I know nothing about Masha Slamovich, so I cannot tell you anything about Masha Slamovich other than she could most doubtedly kick my hinder. So anyway, Masha Slamovich announced as the first name. Now, if it was mentioned during the con, I missed it. I don't know how many cards are in this set. So if that was mentioned, I completely missed it. And also, I completely missed what was announced for Indies Prime. So I don't know if it will relate to this or if it will be some other names, because I know there were going to be some names that were possibly going to be released in the last edition of Indies Prime and they didn't get released, so it may be that. But anyway, Masha Slamovich is your first name announced for the Best of Indies International Women 2021. Moving on to Legends of Wrestling Card and Dice Game. This is what everybody is excited about because we all know that Expansion 8 is going to have a Memphis/Southern wrestling theme, and probably as a surprise to absolutely no one since Austin Idol was the special guest. The first card officially announced for this set is none other than Austin Idol. So Austin Idol is the first name announced. Now I can tell you a few more details about this. It has not been set in stone yet, but it's either going to be a 10-card set or a 12-card set. I guess that could always change, and it could suddenly become an 8-card set. But it was, it was strongly stated that it's going to be either a 10-card set or a 12-card set. So either way, very, very cool. It was also said that the Legends Prime cards will fit that Expansion 8 theme, so that Memphis/Southern wrestler thing. And Todd is in the chat, and Todd says there are 8 cards in the Indie Women's set, and Indie Prime will relate to that set. So there you go. Updated in the moment. We always are on top of the news here on the Filsinger Games Fan Podcast. So getting back to the Legends Prime will fit the Expansion 8 theme. I have my fingers, my toes, everything else crossed for a Jimmy Hart with wrestling stats, but maybe that will be a... that I could also see that as a, special edition card, just like the original Jimmy Hart was a special edition card. I could see that, but I really hope we get Jimmy Hart with wrestling stats because that would be awesome. Also announced at the con is that the virtual con exclusive card is none other than Iron Mike McCord, an alter ego of Austin Idol. And those folks who bought tickets to the con and tickets to the virtual event, you will get a copy of this card along with a sticker, and we were told now that it is a Filsinger Games sticker, so I assume the logo of some sort, that will be the sticker, but you can check that out. You can check your mail for that because we were also told that they will be shipping relatively soon. I was thinking that they might ship with these winter releases, but no, we're going to get a little bit of Filsinger Games joy before the holiday releases come out in December. So that is something to be checking your mailbox every day for. The other great news, this was super exciting for everybody, is that coming later this year will be a Ringside companion, and Chad Olson showed off a prototype of the Ringside companion, and it was a spiral bound prototype, And I think it looks really cool. I think having it being spiral bound will be really great because you can flip open to pages. Really super excited to get this, and super excited that it is coming this year. By the end of the year in December, we will get that. That's going to make our look how, like, if you're watching on YouTube, look how thick that that ringside companion is. That's going to add a little weight to your package when you get it. But super exciting. And also on the boards, although it was not officially announced, Todd, Tournament Master, also said that a PDF version is very likely. It just hasn't been announced yet. I would assume that it would come, but the plans always change. But it was very cool to see the ringside companion, and I'm certainly excited to get my grubby little fingers on that. Other news that was announced. These slides are out of order here, so I'm gonna skip ahead. All these pre-orders for all the things that we just talked about, the Best of Indies International Women, the FTR set, the Legends Expansion 8, the Ringside Companion, will be going on sale up for pre-order by Black Friday and possibly Thanksgiving night. So we'll keep an eye on that. We will definitely let you know when the pre-orders was going to go up. And on the message boards, Todd has hinted that something else that wasn't announced or talked about at the virtual con will also go up for pre-order at the same time. Now, I don't know what this could be. It could be anything. Maybe it's a holiday Santa Wolf sticker. Maybe it is something else. My hope, because I would really love this, really hoping for a main Champions of the Galaxy universe sort of booster set, even if it was like a 4-card booster. You know what I was thinking would be fun is a female Atherin soldier wrestler. I know you can use the Atherin soldier as whatever Atherin soldier, but I was thinking a fun card might be a female Atherin soldier wrestler in the same thing. Like non-essential, but still a lot of fun to have and to use in the women's side of things in Champions of the Galaxy. Anyway, whatever it is, we're going to keep our eyes and ears out for it, and you better believe we will talk about it here on the show when it is announced. Other things that were talked about, the Filsinger Games Perennial 2022 will happen in early 2022. More info on that to come. Galacticon 2022 will happen the weekend of July 15th through the 17th, 2022 in Chicago. It will have an online component, but that online component will be diminished in relation to years past. So if you want the full experience, you're going to have to make your plans now. You know the weekend, you know the destination. Right now, go buy your Southwest plane ticket. Well, I don't know. Southwest has been having a lot of troubles recently. Go buy your plane ticket to Chicago, July 15th through the 17th, 2022. And Friday, November 19th, 2021, so we're talking this year, next month, November 19th, 2021, Filsinger Games Game Night. And the way that I gather this would work from what was talked about is promoters can challenge each other's on the message board, and then those matches will be played out live. And you know what? I think this is stemming from the little back and forth that Pete Beck and Kevin Butcher had on the boards for their matches that was going to happen at Galacticon this year. And I think this is an interesting take on doing that, getting promoters involved. So it'll be interesting to see. I hopefully will be able to make it. I think we are shooting the next season of Mystery Science Theater 3000 that week, and those are usually all-day shoots. So I may be able to make it. I may be able to not make it. So we shall see. I had a great time at the virtual convention. I would say the highlight of the event was chatting with Tom in the Dark Menace room. I really liked Austin Idol, but it seemed that there were some connection troubles, and it might have been on Austin Idol's end that made the interview a little difficult to follow, but still it was cool to see him, and I absolutely loved his reaction to seeing his card art, especially his Iron Mike McCord card art. He totally flipped out for that. He thought that was fantastic, and that's huge props to Werner, of course. I'm super looking forward to getting that exclusive card and getting more info on Legends Expansion 8, which is already shaping up to be the set of the season. So there you go. There is my wrap-up of the virtual holiday kickoff event 2021 convention. Again, just mix up all those words. It all means greatness. It all means any order you put those words in, it all means fun. Well, moving on to the match of the show. As you know, last week we have a brand new podcast grand champion, and that is none other than Splatter. And I asked you who Splatter should fight, and let me tell you, you guys went all out. And you picked just about every hardcore name that could possibly be mentioned. Vampiro, SlashMaster, Bruiser Brody, Abdullah the Butcher, and Viper. And out of these names, there was one name that got more than one vote. I think got 3 votes. And that is SlashMaster. So, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to head to ringside for a match between none other... let me make sure that this is ready to go here. A match between none other than Splatter and SlashMaster from the 80s Mania Wrestling Pack 3. Now, the other thing that was interesting, and we're going to try this, and I apologize in advance because I think hopefully this won't slow down things too much. But it was suggested that this be a death match using the new deathmatch charts that just came out. So we're going to be on the lookout for rolls of into the ropes, rolls of into the turnbuckle, rolls of death jump, and rolls of out of the ring. And we're also going to be lookout for whenever choice A is rolled, and they both have a choice A. Quiet, Siri. They both have a choice A, and then choice G or choice H, over here. So we are going to be on the lookout for those rolls. I will probably miss them, as I often do. But this is going to be a deathmatch chart. I have not played one of these out before, and doing it live during a stream for the first time is probably not the way to do it. But ladies and gentlemen, what else are you going to do? Splatter's not going to have any other type of match than a death match. We're going to ring that bell. We're going to roll the dice. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. And SlashMaster gets the initiative. So we will start things off here with a Scoop Slam 2 agility. And Splatter is going to reverse that because he has the agility. He's going to bite SlashMaster on the ear. SlashMaster is going to say, that doesn't hurt me, and re-roll and just stare and breathe, which hurts Splatter, which dazes Splatter. Oh no, it hurts him. It really does hurt him. SlashMaster hits the guillotine drop for 3, hurts 2. Backbreaker, there we go, choice A. So we are going to roll on the deathmatch weapons chart. So we are rolling 2 dice here, and the roll is a 3. The opponent grabs a staple gun and staples money to your head and to your chest. Opponent rolls on this chart. All right, so SlashMaster rolling again. He rolls an 8. You body slam the opponent onto thumbtacks. Roll on level 3 offense. So here we go. Oh, and SlashMaster hits the slaughterhouse. This is a +1 move. Now, there is an optional rule for death matches, which I'm not going to use here, where it says they have to have 3 fatigue tokens before they roll their pin. I am just going to roll the pin here. So the target is going to be 4. Oh, and the roll is a 3! Ladies and gentlemen, after the staple gun and the thumbtacks, we have a new podcast grand champion. SlashMaster makes short work of Splatter. All right, well, there you go. We have a new champ. That's the way the dice roll. And it was, let me see, it was a 2 and a 1 was the roll there. So no other charts rolling on. But we have a new champion, ladies and gentlemen, with SlashMaster. So it's up to you now. Who does SlashMaster fight next week as the new podcast grand champion? Let me know in the comments below. I did not have time to play any Champions of the Galaxy this week. It has been a busy week work-wise, but hopefully I will be back next week with some of that fun. Moving on to the question of the week. Last week I asked you who will be the exclusive Legends card released at the virtual Kickoff. And we had some great answers. Jared said, have no idea who the legend card is this weekend, but I'm going to guess Kurt Hennig altered it with a Turnbuckle B rating. That is stemming off of the new updated Legends color cards that just came out. Steve Williams says, I love the idea of Splatter defending the belt against someone sadistic. Oh, he suggested Abdullah the Butcher. As for the special card, I think it's possible that this will be a color update of Bill Dundee or Rick Rude, but I'm feeling a surprise. I can't imagine Jerry Lawler either signs or get introduced to the game this way, but Sid Vicious as Lord Humongous is certainly possible. Am I crazy for thinking and maybe even wanting an Andy Kaufman wrestling card? Absolutely not, because I would like... Here's your special edition pack right here. Jimmy Hart with wrestling stats and Andy Kaufman. Book that. I would pay $6-7 for that, so make that happen. And also... I definitely think we get a Bill Dundee. I mean, Bill Dundee is so important to Memphis Wrestling. I say he is in the set. He is one of the color updates. Scotty Boy 9999 says, my knowledge of Memphis is not the best, but I'm going to go with the Soul Taker out there as an exclusive card. And he went on to become Papa Shango. Joe M says, I guess the special card is Skinner with Steve Kern following in the December set. And Carl Zilla said, honestly, my guess for the special card would be Mike McCord, variant of Idol. So, Carl, you are the one who got it. Carl went on to say, if it has nothing to do with Idol, then it would be Len Denton, just because they just did the grappler. But, Carl, you hit the nail on the head. You got it. Iron Mike McCord is the thing. All right, question of the show this week. What did you think of the 2021 Holiday Kickoff Virtual Con? I would love to know your thoughts, your favorite moments, what you thought of the entire thing. Answer in the comments below, and we will go through it next weekend on the show. Elsewhere on the channel, the only thing that we had on the channel this week was my Best of Indies Deathmatch 2021 overview. That came out on Friday, I believe. This week is probably going to be slim in terms of videos coming out, just because I have shooting a commercial tomorrow, and then on Wednesday I have an interview thing that's happening. So I might be able to play a live stream at some point, but we will see. But anyway, I appreciate you as always checking out the videos, and appreciate you checking out the other great Filsinger Games related content: Uncharted Territory, After Further Review with Steve Tower, Heartland Championship Wrestling with Dave Little, Roll Up, the official podcast of Filsinger Games, the Dizzy Dice podcast with Lee Longpree, and BROC. BROC is Brockster Builds over on Twitch. Is moving to 2 nights a week. So check it out. He's got a lot of stuff going on. His graphics are top notch. I'm a little bit jealous. So go check out Brockster Builds on Twitch. That is going to do it for this episode of the show, ladies and gentlemen. I want to thank you all for tuning in. You know, there's an audio version of this podcast. It's available on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts. Just search for Filsinger Games in your favorite audio store, and it should pop right up. If you have a topic you'd like the show to cover, leave it in the comments. Make sure to subscribe or follow, whether you're watching on YouTube or Twitch, and follow GWF Promoter on social media at GWF Promoter. The theme, if you want to check out my personal feds, you can do so at gwfpromoter.com and lowpromoter.com. The theme song is American Guy by Throwing Toasters, used by permission and available on Apple Music, Spotify, and anywhere you get your music. This podcast is not affiliated in any way with Filsinger Games or its subsidiaries. It's purely for entertainment purposes. And this episode is copyright 2021 Saturday Morning Media. Well, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for tuning in. Tune in next week, because we're going to have a little bit of a giveaway. That's right, it's the giving season, it's the teaser season, and I have a great giveaway lined up, and I'm hoping that you will tune in next week so that you can get in on that giveaway. Big shout out to Christopher Merriman, Derek Bauman, Thomas Morgan, Todd Jorschel, DG Sports Patrol, Steve Williams. I think that's it. I think I got everybody. Anyway, thank you all for tuning in. Really appreciate you listening. Really appreciate you commenting and watching. Have a great evening. Have a great week. And we will talk to you next week right here on the Filsinger Games Fan Podcast.